Welcome back, everyone. This will be our last walkthrough video for Unit 1. It will cover both the black diamond and double black diamond sections. So let's go ahead and look at the learning target and get started. The black diamond learning target states that I can accurately measure and calculate length, area, volume, mass, and density. So we're going to be practicing using a lot of the metric system units and then also the calculations necessary to determine different properties about matter. So, first is a set of metric system notes. This was not a handout included in the packet I gave you, so you will need to write these by hand. I recommend filling this out first, so filling everything in, including the blank spaces, then going through and watching the video and filling in the blanks as you do so. If you try and write everything in this picture while watching the video, you will miss almost everything in the video. So fill out the notes first, leaving the blank spaces, and then watch the video to fill in the blanks. Task number 2 is a summary table of those notes. So it talks about the different measurement types, including length, area, mass, solid volume, solid density, and liquid density. It talks about the tool that you would need to use to measure them. So, for example, for length, you would use a ruler. Same with area and solid volume. Mass would be a scale. Uh, and then liquid volume, you would need a graduated cylinder. Density, you would need both tools because density is mass and volume. So you need a scale and a ruler for solid density. For liquid density, you would need a scale for mass and a graduated cylinder for volume. So you would need multiple tools for those two. Then it talks about the base unit, right? For length is a meter, area is a meter squared, mass is grams, solid volume is centimeters cubed, liquid volume is liter, solid density is grams per meter cubed, liquid density is grams per liter. And then it talks about these base units. 1 divided by 1,000 is always milli, so this would be millimeter, millimeter squared, milligram, millimeter cubed, milliliter. Milliliter are grams per millimeter, grams per milliliter. And then you keep going through with centi and kilo for each base unit. The yellow highlighted cell is the base unit that we use most often in this class. So even though the base unit of length is meter, most often we will be using centimeters as our length unit. And so on. Area is going to be mostly centimeters squared. It's not highlighted because that's not filled in. Task 3, you get to skip. I still included this on my website, but since I don't have any way of knowing if you have rulers at home, I didn't include this paper in your packet. So task 3 is something you do not need to do this year. Congratulations on skipping that. Task 4 is how to find volume using water displacement. So there's no calculation for this. It's a different way of determining volume, and it uses a Gizmo simulation. So this is the link to that simulation. And once you're there, you'll need to log in. We will have signed up together already. So you're going to just log in, then launch the Gizmo. If you don't log in first, you'll only get 5 minutes of actually using that Gizmo. So you can see I didn't log in and I'm getting a countdown timer for 5 minutes. Equally important to the actual Gizmo is the instructional video. This video on this button will walk you through exactly how to use the simulation and what information you're going to need. And then there's also finally a Google Classroom link. And the Google Classroom link is the assignment you need to complete. So you're determining the volume of each object. So what's the volume of the silver sphere? You'll put the unit of centimeters cubed or milliliters. 1 centimeter cubed equals 1 milliliter. It's the same number, so the number won't change. And then you copy and paste a screenshot of the setup for how you found the silver sphere. And to take a screenshot, it's really pretty easy. You hit Tools, Screenshot. That will show you the screenshot. Right-click, copy image, go to your document, paste. It's that simple for getting a screenshot in. You need to find the volume of the rock as well with a screenshot, marble, screenshot, rectangular prism, and so on and so forth. So you're going to determine the volume of the different objects in this cabinet, make sure you are watching the walkthrough video to show you how to manipulate all these objects in the simulation. Task number 5 is calculating volume and density. You're going to use this packet from your notebook. If you don't have it, you'll need to draw a rough picture of a cube with the measurements of including the mass, length, width, and height, and just write your volume on the next blank page. So you can do this easily enough with just a rough picture in your answers. But the volume is a calculation, length times width times height for the two rectangular prisms. Density is mass divided by volume. So you'll take the mass, which in this case is 80 grams, and you'll divide that by the volume to get your density. Same over here. To do liquid volume and density, you need to measure the correct thing on the graduated cylinder. So you'll measure the volume. You'll just use you'll look up the volume on this picture, and it tells you the mass. And again, the density is mass divided by volume. If you don't know how to read a graduated cylinder, watch this video for task 3. It walks you through it. Task 6 is a density lab kit. Normally, we would do this kit in the classroom, and you would actually have your hands on the cubes to weigh them and calculate their volume and density. However, learning at home right now, that won't work. So I made a video teaching you how to use a triple beam balance and then giving you the weight, the masses of each cube in the density lab kit. So you'll need to watch this video because the only way to know the mass of each cube is by watching this video. That video goes along with this Google Classroom assignment. So in Google Classroom, you'll have this Google document. It tells you the block number. You need to type in the mass. And again, normally you would find that mass with a scale. However, since you're not in the classroom, the mass is located in that video. I've given you the volume. You then need to calculate the density. And density is the mass divided by the volume. Use a calculator. Once you've found the density, you're going to look on this identification guide. And you're going to find the object that has the density that is closest to what you just calculated. This is not the correct answer, so don't use it. But let's say for block number 1, I got a density of 2.7. The closest thing to 2.7 is aluminum at 2.8, so that would tell me that the substance is then aluminum. Remember, block number 1 is not actually aluminum. I'm just demonstrating how this works. Once you have filled this entire thing in, you're going to use it to take this quiz. So there's a little check for understanding quiz. You just put in your name, class period. I'll change that to 1, 2, 3. And then you just say which block is acrylic, and you need to choose the correct block number using this. You should already know which one is which by this point, having done the lab. And this is just a really immediate check for me to see if you understood what you were actually doing. So that's task 6. Task 7 is showing me your notebook pages. Again, when we open this in Google Classroom, it'll tell you what pictures need to upload and what task they are from. You need your measurement and the metric system notes. That's task 1. You need a picture of the measurement and metric system summary table, which is task 2. You need a picture of the measuring length and calculating area, which is, not task 3. You can skip this one, so you don't need to worry about task 3. I told you you could skip it. And then you need the calculating volume and density from task 5. So you'll need 1, 2, and slide number 4 here, which is task 5. Remember, you can skip task 3 as a reward for watching this video. And like the other 2 uploading pictures, if you are missing any picture, your score will be a 0. That does not include task 3. You can skip task 3 because we did not do that one. And then finally, the level up quiz for the Black Diamond section. This button will take you to the quiz. Just like the other 2 sections, you need to score a 100%. Once you've done that, you can go to the double Black Diamond section. This, in this case, is going to be done in classroom as a demonstration. Because of COVID, it's going to be almost impossible to get everyone back to the lab station, sanitize, and then wait the 10 minutes between each group using it. So we're going to do this together as a demonstration on the Monday or Tuesday that the Tuesday or Wednesday that we first return after Martin Luther King Jr. Day. So, double black diamond, everyone will be doing together, and I'll walk you through that in class. So, with that, that is the end of Unit 1, and we'll be starting Unit 2 very soon. Thanks for watching.